Kentucky school shooting, 2 students killed and 19 injured at Marshall County High. The 15-year-old suspect is in police custody. There has been another school shooting, this time at a southwestern Kentucky high school, and Governor Matt Bevin confirmed there were 2 deaths and 19 injured in the incident. Earlier today, Mr. Bevin tweeted that the shooter, a 15-year-old, is in custody after firing bullets at Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky, about 120 miles northwest of Nashville. Of the 19 injured, 14 were gunshot victims and 5 were not gun-related injuries. Mr. Bevin said at a news conference that 1 girl died at the scene. A boy died at a hospital. Police are still investigating the matter after being called to the school just after 8 a.m. local time. CNN reported that Darlene Lynn of the Marshall County Emergency Management said 7 people were taken to hospitals, some by helicopter. No updates on their condition nor their identities have been disclosed just yet. Kentucky State Police Commissioner Richard Sanders says the shooter was armed with a handgun. The suspect will be charged with murder and attempted murder. The high school students were being taken to the local middle school by bus where they can be picked up by parents. NBC News had reported that students were breaking down fences and gates in a panic to escape the building after the suspect, yet to be named, began shooting. "I'm distraught from all of it. I couldn't really focus driving home. I was shaking a lot driving back to my house. I'm still shaking," said 17-year-old Greg Rogers, a student at the school, told NBC News. The governor advised the public to not speculate or spread hearsay regarding the incident. Governor Matt Bevin. Tragic shooting at Marshall County HS, shooter is in custody, 1 confirmed fatality, multiple others wounded, much yet unknown. Please do not speculate or spread hearsay, let's let the first responders do their job and be grateful that they are there to do it for us, posted from his Twitter account today. Mr. Bevin later issued a statement via Twitter as well, in which he said it was unbelievable that this would happen in a small, close-knit community like Marshall County, and cautioned the public to allow the facts to come out. A local business owner, Mitchell Garland, told the Associated Press that students were crying and screaming while and running out of the school in the immediate wake of the shooting. "Everyone is just scared. Just terrified for their kids," Mr. Garland said. "We're a small town and we know a lot of the kids. No information on the injured or dead have been released as yet." The U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, ATF, have said they are also on the scene to assist with the investigation. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who represents the state, tweeted that he is tracking reports of the incident as well. At Senate Maj LDR. Closely tracking reports of the tragedy in Benton, #Kentucky at Marshall County High School, and my thoughts are with the students, teachers, faculty, and the entire community. Thank you to the first responders who continue to put themselves in harm's way to protect others. School shootings have taken place in California, Texas, Ohio, Illinois, Washington State, and New Mexico already this year. Report from Fox News. Gunman in custody after 2 students killed, 17 injured in Kentucky high school shooting. Latest from the scene of school shooting at Marshall County High School in Kentucky, in which 2 people have died and several others were injured. Update, 12:45 p.m. 2 15-year-old students were killed and 17 others were injured when a gunman opened fire at a rural Kentucky high school. Kentucky State Police said a female and male student both died after the Tuesday morning shooting at Marshall High School in Benton, Kentucky. The accused shooter, a 15-year-old male student, was apprehended by the Marshall County Sheriff's Office. He's in custody right now and will be charged with murder and attempted murder. 14 of the 17 people injured suffered gunshot wounds, police said in a news conference. The other 5 people received non-gunshot wounds. 6 people were flown to Level 1 hospitals. 5 people are being treated at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. A news conference was scheduled for 2 p.m. CST. This is the nation's first deadly school shooting of 2018. Update, 12:35 p.m. Kentucky Gov. Matt Bevin said 2 students were killed and another 19 students were injured when a gunman opened fire at Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky. Another 19 students were injured. 14 students suffered gunshot wounds and 5 students suffered other wounds. The suspect is a 15-year-old male student who will be charged with murder and attempted murder, KSP said. Update, 10:45 a.m. President Donald Trump has been briefed on the deadly shooting at Marshall County High School in Kentucky, The White House confirms. One person is dead and at least 7 others were injured after a gunman opened fire at the school Tuesday morning. The suspect is in custody. KSP said the gunman was apprehended by a Marshall County Sheriff's deputy. The Board of Education is slated to hold a news conference at noon CST. Click here to watch live. 5 victims of the shooting are being treated at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. Marshall County High School is about 30 minutes from Heath High School in Paducah, Kentucky, where a 1997 mass shooting killed 3 and injured 5. Michael Carneal, then 14, opened fire there about 2 years before the fatal attack at Columbine High School in Colorado, ushering in an era when mass school shootings have become much more common. This was the year's first fatal school shooting, 23 days into 2018, according to data compiled by the Gun Violence Archive, which relies on media reports and other information. Sen. Rand Paul, RKY, also tweeted his condolences, writing, "Deeply saddened by the tragic news out of Benton, KY this morning and closely monitoring the situation. We mourn the lost and are praying for those who were injured, as well as their families, friends, and the heroic first responders. Students have been evacuated and parents have been able to pick them up at North Marshall Middle School." Update, 10:30 a.m. Nearly 100 kids ran out of Marshall County High School seeking safety, Mitchell Garland told the Associated Press, who rushed outside of his business when he heard about the shooting. "They was running and crying and screaming," he said. "They was just kids running down the highway. They were trying to get out of there." Garland said he made sure the students were safe. He said his own son, a 16-year-old sophomore, jumped into someone's car and sped away, then made his way to his dad's office. "Everyone is just scared. Just terrified for their kids," Garland said. "We're a small town and we know a lot of the kids." Meanwhile, Lisa Williams responded to the news on Twitter, saying, "Prayers for the victims and families at #MCHS. I graduated from Marshall County High School in western Kentucky, small town USA, once again hit by senseless violence." The AP contributed to this report. Update, 9:25 a.m. Vanderbilt Pediatrics Hospital in Nashville will be treating some of the victims of the school shooting in Marshall County, Kentucky, per CNN. 3 victims are en route to the hospital. Spokeswoman Tavia Smith says the students are being transported by medical helicopter to the facility. Kentucky State Police said 1 student was killed and multiple others are injured after a gunman opened fire inside the school. The suspect was taken into custody by a Marshall County Sheriff's Office, KSP said. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell tweeted, "Closely tracking reports of the tragedy in Benton, #Kentucky at Marshall County High School, and my thoughts are with the students, teachers, faculty, and the entire community. Thank you to the first responders who continue to put themselves in harm's way to protect others." Gov. Matt Bevin called the shooting tragic and urged the public not to spread hearsay about the shooting. Update, Kentucky Gov. Matt Bevin has confirmed that 1 person has died in a shooting at Marshall County High School. Bevin said that the suspected shooter is in custody. Multiple others have also reportedly been wounded. Kentucky State Police are among the agencies investigating and have also confirmed 1 victim is dead. The Federal Bureau of Investigation's Louisville office reports it is aware of the situation and working with local agencies. FBI Louisville is aware of a school shooting at Marshall County High School with multiple victims. "We are currently working with our federal, state, and local law enforcement partners." On Twitter, Bevin stated, "Tragic shooting at Marshall County HS, shooter is in custody, 1 confirmed fatality, multiple others wounded, much yet unknown. Please do not speculate or spread hearsay, let's let the first responders do their job and be grateful that they are there to do it for us." Bevin wrote on Twitter. Benton Elementary School said all students and staff at the school are safe.